3 millionaire clients who obtained a second citizenship, specifically citizenship by exception. I'm gonna share 3 case studies, 3 clients that worked with us here at Wealthy Expat over the last year and a half, so you can see what kind of people, obviously these 3 people are high net worth. That's why I have this channel, Wealthy Expat Millionaire, to talk to high net worth people. And maybe you can identify with one of these 3 because they're 3 completely different people for very different reasons. They got a second passport, specifically in the Republic of Serbia, one of my favorite countries around the world. The first is a Lithuanian citizen. Now you might think, oh, Lithuania, that's a solid passport. It's an EU citizenship. It's a great passport to travel all over the world. Yes, but this client is unsure of the future of Lithuania, specifically because if the Russian war with Ukraine escalates, Lithuania might be pulled into it. Obviously, Lithuania is part of NATO. It's part of the European Union. They are protecting themselves and building a larger army to protect against Russia. And you never know what's going to happen in the future, in the next couple of years. And this particular client is afraid that Lithuania might be pulled into the Russia-Ukraine war, and then he's eligible for military service, and his children are going to have to go fight in the war and be drafted. And looking at the future, he wants to have a second option and also to protect himself against the European Union. You would be surprised how many EU citizens come to us and they say, look, I'm an EU citizen. For now, it's all good, but I don't trust the future of the EU. I don't trust that they're trying to tax us as much as possible. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Is there going to be an EU-wide army? They're not going to let us travel outside of the EU. I just want a second passport outside the European Union to protect myself. And that is how this client ended up looking at Serbia as a potential option. Serbia is a candidate to join the European Union, but they're probably not going to join in the next 5 to 10 years. Serbia has a great relationship with the European Union and also a great relationship with Russia. So I don't see them getting involved in this conflict anytime soon. And it's a good place to have a second passport, to have some investments. This client started a business in Serbia, hired some people in Serbia, invested into that business, invested crypto into the country as well. And he's using Serbia as his ultimate plan B to protect against Lithuania. A couple days ago, we also had an Estonian citizen start the process of Serbian citizenship by exception. So we have clients from these Baltic countries that are afraid of escalation. They're seeing their government, they're seeing their country spend more money on war, increase taxes to fund the military. We don't know what's going to happen. We get a second citizenship to protect ourselves outside of the EU. The next client that we had is an Israeli citizen. This client already has multiple citizenships all over the world. He has Israeli, he also has a Caribbean citizenship by investment, and he also has another citizenship in Latin America that he got by living in this country. So this client already has 3 passports, but he's looking for even more citizenships. And we get a lot of clients like that they already have 5 passports. For example, I have a billionaire client from Asia that has already 4 solid passports. He can travel literally all over the world visa-free, and he's constantly asking me, what do you have that is new? What new program? What new country can I invest in to get 1 more passport? So it's not just people that are looking for their first second citizenship, it's people that might be looking for their 5th one or their 6th one. So this particular client doesn't want to improve his visa-free travel. He doesn't need a second passport to open a bank account or anything like that. He's just doing this because he's a passport collector, and we welcome any clients who want to get as many options around the world as possible, because you never know when these programs close. You never know when these countries say no more citizenship nominations, no more citizenship by exception, no more citizenship by investment, no more citizenship by descent, like we saw in Italy, where they're cutting citizenship by descent down to a grandparent maximum, and they're canceling a lot of applications. You never know when things change, so you want to get as many options as possible. And if you want to become a Wealthy Expat client and get yourself an amazing second passport, make sure to click the link in the description, book a one-on-one call, and we will show you the best options tailored to your specific situation. And the third client is a Filipino citizen in the Philippines, but he was a US citizen. He renounced his US citizenship, and then he was only Filipino. He renounced because he's worth over $30 million, and he didn't want to pay taxes to the United States, and overall was complicating his life way too much. And as a Filipino, he was limited in his visa-free access. He had to get visas to go to Europe, he had to get visas to go all over the world, so he thought, okay, let me get another citizenship. He already was a US citizen. So in most cases, let's say you go to Slovakia or to Austria to apply for citizenship by exception, and you were a US citizen and you renounced your US citizenship, they will still consider you a US citizen because you have a birth certificate from the United States, because you have proof that you were a US citizen and you renounced your US citizenship. They will not consider you a third world country member. They will not consider you a St. Kitts citizen, for example. They will still consider you at the level of a US citizen, even though you renounce. So this particular client, we're able to submit him as an ex-US citizen. He was able to buy a lot of property in the country where we got him citizenship by exception. He bought over €1 million in property, connecting to this country, actually building a life, not his full life, a plan B life in this country, and then getting citizenship that way. He had good visa-free access under his US passport. He lost that, and he wanted that again, specifically to Europe and China. As a Filipino, as you can see on this map, you have okay visa-free access. Like, you have all of Asia, you have some parts of Latin America. It's a limited passport in terms of what you can do. The reputation of the Filipino passport is not the best, and he wanted to improve his visa-free travel, so that was his goal. As you can see, different clients have different plans. They might want to collect passports, they want to protect themselves against the EU, or they want to have access to the EU. So whatever your personal goal is, we can find you a citizenship that will accomplish exactly that. If you want our help to find your perfect citizenship, all you have to do, click the link in the description, book a one-on-one call with me and my Wealthy Expat team, and we're happy to help you find your perfect passport. If you're a high net worth or ultra high net worth individual and you want to see the exclusive passport and citizenship programs available only to the ultra rich, you want to check out this video right here on the exclusive passport programs that nobody talks about. Check them out right here.